Good morning. Good morning. It is early here in Northern California, and I just did my daily weigh in, which I'm doing for my own accountability. Once again, I don't suggest people to do daily weigh ins, but I charted it just to show you and to kind of keep my own record. So today is where I'm at, April 15th. It is Tuesday, and these are the two scales, and they are reading exactly the same as they did yesterday, which is quite amazing if you think when it's going to the point, whatever, the that position. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that is that. So I do have did averages where 5.4 on that scale, 4.6 did the average of 5 pounds. So I'm still at 5 pounds lost. I did start this April 1st. I had a doctor's appointment before a couple days before I started this. Let me flip this. So I had a doctor's appointment, right? And before I started it, and I weighed in. I'm thinking at my doctor's appointment, because I know I said another weight. I think I weighed in at like 195 or 196. But a week before that, I had just stepped on the scale because I knew I had the doctor's appointment coming, And I thought, oh God, and it was like a month before it had hit the over 200-pound mark. And it's just like, no, this has got to, stop. I have been many, many times over 200 pounds. My heaviest weight is 240 pounds, but that was a long time ago. So I've always managed to gain weight, and when I would join programs, join at like 205 or 210 pounds. But I had lost weight before COVID and was doing really, really kind of well, but still not doing programs like you should, and I've made that in other videos where, stuffing and puffing on the first weigh-in, wearing heavy clothes, then wearing lighter clothes, and then eating after meetings and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I decided I'm not going to do that. So when I started this and decided to weigh in on April 1st, which was kind of an ironic day, April Fool's Day, but I wasn't, I was being serious. It was to stop me from the kind of mindless, like eating, the binge kind of eating where you just like, oh, wow, that looks good. Well, I'll just start tomorrow type thing. And knowing that I don't have to, I'm choosing to have this accountability on the scale. And I don't know who's watching. I know some of my subscribers are watching, and I'm hoping new subscribers come. And if people want to join me on the journey or have the same issue where it's like you do well, but then you fall off the wagon because well, I got a couple days to weigh in, that I'm finding that it really is helping. I've gone out to eat 2 times since I started this. One time I lost the next day, and the most recent time I gained just a little bit, but nothing compared to what it would be like when I was doing programs and, you'd step on the scale like, the day after a weigh-in that you had a loss, and then then I stuffed and puffed and would be like 5 pounds heavier, knowing that it's not 5 pounds of actual body fat weight gain, but fluctuation. So I haven't had the extreme fluctuations because I have not had the extreme eating, that's a big win because that's been a challenge. And I've also cut out sweets. I don't know how long it's going to last. I hope it can last because I have a serious addiction to stuff that is not good for you anyway. Cakes, cookies, ice cream, all that stuff. And people throughout my life have said like, Laura, would just eat a little bit. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think I can. I want to say, I think I can, but I fail every time I try. So I want to get maybe to a certain weight before I try it out, but maybe not. I'm not having the cravings, but I also am having like a rice cake with a little bit of peanut butter and sugar-free jelly, just to get that sweet taste, but it doesn't send me off in a, like, oh my God, I want another one and another one and another one. Like it would if it was a pack of Oreo cookies or, that kind of thing, where it is something that is definitely like brain to stomach. They say there's a brain in your stomach, you know, but that pushes that. So anyway, I hope that you like my videos, subscribe. I do a lot of household exercises. I have just various videos. It's very random. I don't use hashtags, so I don't know how far this goes. I'm doing basically everything. If you want to grow a channel that you don't do, you know, you want to like stick to a topic or stick to whatever, but I'm looking for my people, my random people. All right. Peace. Have a good one.